circles.
We'll learn some basics about the circle, including the diameter, radius, and pi, and how to find the circumference and the area.
A circle is a closed curved figure. All points on the circle have the same distance from the point in the center of the circle. The radius is the distance from the center to any point on the circle. This is the radius, this is the radius, this is the radius, etc. The diameter is the line segment passing through the center that goes from one point of the circle to another. Note that the length of the diameter is twice the length of the radius. The circumference is the distance all the way around the outside of the circle. This is the area of the circle.
Letter time. Today's letter comes from Horace Squeegee, a 7th grader from Boise, Idaho. Horace writes, "Dear Math Guru, what is pi?" Ah, you're a man of few words, Horace. Let's grab a slice of pie.
Pi is an amazing thing. First off, it's the ratio between the circumference of a circle to its diameter. As a number, pi is approximately 3.14, but it doesn't stop there. Literally, pi is a decimal that never stops and it never repeats. As such, it can't be represented as a fraction using whole numbers. The decimal starts off 3.14159.265 and just keeps going. We commonly round it off to 3.14, but remember that that is merely an approximation. Pi is spelled P-I, and it comes from a letter in the Greek alphabet. Pi is written using the Greek letter, so it looks like this. Pi.
Okay, we said that pi is the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. Let's investigate that some more.
Here's the diameter of a circle. That's the distance from one point to another on the circle through the center. It's a little more than 3 times that distance to go all the way around the circle. We can express that as a ratio. Circumference over diameter equals pi.
We can use this to create a formula or two for finding the circumference of a circle. The circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. C equals pi times d. Now, an even more common formula for circumference is C equals 2 pi r. R is the radius.
Let's see if we can determine the circumference of this circle. The diameter is 4 inches. We can use the formula circumference equals pi times diameter. Okay, that's 4 pi. We can approximate the answer by multiplying 4 times 3.14. That's 12.56. So, we can say that the circumference of this circle is 4 pi inches, or approximately 12.56 inches.
How about the circumference of this circle? We see that the radius is 12 meters. We can use the formula C equals 2 pi r. Multiply the 2 times the radius, 12, and get 24. 24 pi. We can approximate the answer by multiplying 24 times 3.14. That's 75.36. The circumference of this circle is 24 pi meters, or approximately 75.36 meters.
How about this one? This circle has a circumference of 16 centimeters. What is its diameter? We can figure this one out. Let's look at our formula, C equals pi times d. Circumference equals pi times diameter. We know C, and we want to find d. Okay, 16 equals pi times d. We can isolate d by dividing both sides of the equation by pi. Doing that gives us 16. Divided by pi equals the diameter. So the diameter is 16 over pi centimeters. Let's divide that and get an approximate answer. 16 divided by 3.14 is 5.09. So the diameter is approximately 5.09 centimeters.
We can also use pi to find the area of a circle. The formula is A equals pi r squared.
Okay, this formula tells us that the area of a circle, all this here, is equal to the radius squared times pi. A equals pi r squared.
Let's see if we can figure out the area of this circle. It has a radius of 6 centimeters, so A equals pi times 6 squared. 6 squared is 6 times 6, 36. So, the area is 36 pi centimeters squared. Area is always expressed in square units, even when you're finding the area of a circle. Now we can find the approximate area by multiplying pi times 36. That's 113.04 centimeters squared.
As you can see, sometimes it takes a couple of steps to figure out these kinds of problems, whether it's the perimeter of a circle or the area of a circle. You have to determine what you're trying to find, the circumference, area, diameter, and figure out what information you're given, the radius, the diameter, and go from there, remembering what pi is and remembering to include the units in your answer. A circle has a center, a radius, and a diameter. The radius is half the distance of the diameter. Pi is a special number, approximately 3.14, and it represents the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. The formula for the circumference of a circle is C equals pi times d, or C equals 2 pi r. The formula for the area of a circle is A equals pi r squared.
Hey, do you know the ancient Greeks wanted to call it cake, but they couldn't afford cake, so they just called it pie?